Hello friends, and welcome to Pike Place Market. We are here with the GoPro Hero 8 Black, and I just got a new vlogging cage from Ulanzi that allows you to add an external microphone to the GoPro Hero 8 Black. So the test we're going to do today is to compare the internal microphone on the Hero 8 Black to adding an external microphone and see if there's a big difference in sound quality. So we have the internal microphone on the Hero 8 Black, we also have the Rode VideoMicro and the Rode Wireless Go to test, and also this tiny little Edutige mic. So all three of these microphones have their strengths and weaknesses, and there's a time and a place to use all three of them. But yeah, our main thing is we want to see out in the real world, not in a studio or a bedroom, what it sounds like to add these mics, and if you even need to add a microphone at all. So let's head into the market and do a sound test. So to start off with, we're going to do the Hero 8 Black with no external microphones. There is now an internal microphone that points forward, which means that your voice is picked up a lot better if you're standing in front of the camera, but we'll see how it fares when we introduce more background noise. Alright, so today it's a reasonably busy day here at the market. It is a week after Thanksgiving, so it's not as busy as I was hoping, because I was hoping to get some more ambient noise, so we can really see if ambient noise still allows that internal microphone that faces forward to clearly pick up your voice, or if all that competing ambient noise really starts to block it out. We do have a lot of people around us. We also have the sights and smells, which I wish I could transfer through the camera. We're also gonna turn the camera around and see if by standing behind the camera how that microphone does. There is no internal microphone facing the back of the camera, but there is one down below. Okay, now we are in the Starbucks roastery on Capitol Hill, and normally it's pretty loud in here. We have some music playing overhead, we have, you know, the coffee being ground and brewed, we have people having conversations everywhere, so there's a lot of ambient noise. And so this is where you want to consider using an external microphone. Okay, so we went ahead and added our very first external microphone. This is the Edutige mic. It's very tiny and it is directional, so it does pick up sound both in front of the camera and behind the camera, which might be a bit much if you have too much ambient noise around you. But it also does have a windscreen in front, so that blocks out some of the wind in spite of, great, we have some buskers there adding some music, we've got bikes going by, we've got people walking by, so I'll keep talking and let me know if you can still hear me. Then we're going to go ahead and flip the camera around, so now I'm standing behind it, and yep, getting some cars going by. So by standing behind the camera, we'll see if you can still hear me with this Edutige mic. So this little Edutige mic has been our favorite vlogging mic with the GoPro, just because it's so small and because it does tend to do a really good job picking up your voice, whether you're in front of the camera or behind the camera. So hopefully that's still true with the Hero 8 Black, but we'll find out. For our next test, this is the biggest microphone of all that we have. This is the Rode VideoMicro. I did take off the windscreen so we can get an accurate picture of what it sounds like without that windscreen blocking some of the sound. This is a really small directional mic, and so it picks up sound based on where it's pointed. So right now, because it's pointed forward, it should be picking me up pretty well, but if I turn the camera around and I'm standing behind it, you might still be able to hear me, but it won't be as clear as when I'm standing in front of the camera. So this is a relatively small directional mic. You can go even bigger if you'd like. You can go ahead and get the Rode VideoMic Pro, which gives you a longer mic, so it's more targeted sound, and also there's controls to control the inputs. But this mic is pretty bare bones. There's just one plug and it doesn't require an external battery. So it's a really great compact mic that you can use both for the GoPro and for a bigger camera like a mirrorless camera. We use it a lot on the X-T3 and the X-H1. So let's go ahead and walk around with it by standing behind it. This is a very conspicuous mic because it's the biggest and it really stands out. In fact, it's probably about as big as the camera itself. So that Rode VideoMicro is directional, so now that it's facing forward, it also has that wind muff, and because we use that little piece of metal on top, this muff here, I'm going to touch it, isn't coming in, because if we hadn't used it, then this part would totally be down like this. Another reason why we like to use an external mic is the ability to put on a wind muff in case we are outside and it is really windy. That wind muff really saves our audio. And the GoPro does have some built-in noise reduction and wind reduction, but when it does that, it tends to fluctuate your voice. So your voice gets really muffled and it gets a little bit lower, and when you're using a shotgun mic with a wind muff, that doesn't happen. What do you think of our new vlogging contraption here?
It's a bit large. That's the thing, normally you like the GoPro because it's small, but right now it's gotten a lot bigger. But the good news is if you go through a slum in the third world, you can protect yourself. It's like a baseball bat.
Right, for our last test, we have the Rode Wireless Go attached to the GoPro Hero 8 Black. So this wireless mic system has a lav mic built into the receiver here. And so by clipping it to yourself here, it's really targeted, so your voice should be picked up extremely well. It should probably do the best out of all of the microphones that we're testing today. So if you really want to make sure that your voice is being picked up when you've got a lot of ambient noise, then the wireless lav is the best way to go. You can also do a wired lav, but that does, it's less freeing and you have to be closer to your camera this way. But yeah, by doing this, you have a mic right here and you're able to freely turn the camera around. Even if you're standing directly behind the camera, your voice should still be pretty even, and it doesn't matter where that camera is pointed. Now the only downside to this is that if you maybe are talking to somebody and you want to make sure that they're being picked up as well in like an interview scenario, then that's not going to work out because of this lav mic. But the thing you can do is detach this mic. And if I want to make sure I'm being heard, I just hold it right over here. If I'm talking to someone, maybe I'll point it right here. So there's a little bit more flexibility with this mic, but it also does cost the most out of all the mic alternatives. It's about $200, but sorry about that, had some music. We don't want to copyright strikes, we're gonna have to move to another location here. Now we're actually right by the road, so this is probably a really good test for when you add more ambient noise around you, how this lav mic does such a really good job of isolating your voice. You're probably gonna get some ambient noise because yeah, there's music, there's coffee, there's people talking. So this is a fairly loud place, but when you have a lav mic like this, it doesn't have to be the Rode Wireless Go, it can be another lav mic, but that just really isolates your voice, which is very important if you're vlogging or interviewing somebody. And the nice thing about it too is that you can use these microphones not only on the GoPro, but you can stick them on a mirrorless camera, you can put them on a DSLR, you can put them on a little point and shoot. So there's more flexibility by getting these Rode microphones. So after all that testing, what do you think? Which of these 3 mics, or 4 actually if you count the GoPro by itself, did the best? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you in the next video. In case you're wondering, this is not the official GoPro mod that they've been talking about. Instead, this is a DIY mod of sorts using products from Ulanzi.